So I just got done watching the video, this one right here called Downfall of Horde Modes, and there's something that he said that really stuck out to me. I'll put it probably right here.
Under the weight of its own advancements. Its overemphasis on story ruined the flair of mystery and subtlety that made it so unique in the first place, and the constant additions and tweaks of the gameplay just ended up making it less sandbox oriented and more of a weird kind of power fantasy. Less about defensive hunkering down gameplay, and more about offensive run into the zombies gameplay because they gave the player far too much inherent power, and as such, its popularity has also waned over the When you erode the simple, casual, AI blasting fun of Horde modes, you lose what made them so popular in the first place. Speaking at least anecdotally, most of my friends that I used to play zombies with back in like World at War, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 just won't touch the mode anymore because it seems far too complicated. The over Easter eggification, if that's even a word, of the mode that has impacted core features and made them far too complex has driven so many people away. The surface level simplicity of these modes was their hook, not their crux.
And that statement has actually been shared by a couple other of Call of Duty players who understand where I'm coming from. That's what this list is about, is coming from a perspective of a casual player. And by hardcore means that, like, I went hardcore on zombies, but I was never someone who was, again, super into the lore or yada yada, whatever, you know, like, I still am casually. I didn't put that much more effort outside of just playing it for hours. That's what I mean by casual hardcore player. I'm a casual fan of, like, COD, but I'm a hardcore player every once in a blue moon. So after giving that clip I showed out as an example, you already know automatically these two are awful. Vanguard is just trash. Like, just off the bat, like, that shit's garbage. For some reason, this one doesn't have it. So what's curious is which ones are these. I should also mention that I don't think this list is going to be 100%. Because due to being, you know, I was raised poor, so I couldn't really play DLC, so that might cuck some of these a wee bit. Looking at you, World at War and Black Ops, who knows? Black Ops 2 too. But also, I haven't truly fully played all of these, so you might see some bias to a degree on the ones that I probably play more. Because at this point, I didn't really know how to want to rank these, but I think I'll go with how I feel and how I like. I'll make a follow-up once I play all the zombies CODs, and we'll make a follow-up video on that. But we'll go from what little I have played and my initial thoughts. And I think even then, like, you know, these two, I know it doesn't matter how much I play, I fucking hate them. You know, Black Ops 3 just mad pissed me off. I mean, hey, Black Ops, no, Black Ops 4 is better because at least, you know, they had something. But we already established the 3 worst. Vanguard's number 1. Like, nobody doesn't like that. Only weirdo hardcore motherfuckers like 3. Actually, 4 I know got more flack than 3. For some reason, people love 3. I think 3 is fucking absolute garbage. But what would I say is a COD that would follow up right over this one? You know, I have to give it to Call of Duty World at War 2. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, when I first saw the trailers, I was like, yo, this shit's gonna be garbage. They were trying way too hard for the horror aesthetic, right? And like, you know, they were like, oh, like, as if zombies was never scary, which I found really insulting, honestly. And then with no Nazi, oh, that's something else I want to give shit about Black Ops 3, that World War, there's like no Nazi symbols anywhere. Like, that's a load of bullshit. Then it's not real zombies. How is it supposed to be Nazi zombies without Nazi shit, right? That's something that really fucking offends the shit out of me. But that's the whole thing with Call of Duty World War 2 offending me all the time. But oddly, the zombies mode is actually pretty good. It's not bad. The designs isn't awful. It doesn't feel overly complicated, and like, just it just felt fun. It actually felt fun to play. It's its own thing when it comes to its story, so it's not connected to Black Ops. I really like that there's Easter eggs, and something that it's a strength and a plus is, it's, I guess, just Call of Duty, is that I thought like, oh, there's only one map, that's fuck, but no, you actually unlock stuff apparently. I was like, oh, fuck. But it was just so subtle about it, and doesn't tell you that it's like, oh, also the UI is god awful. But another thing, I gotta knock points for it. None of the characters really stuck out to me. And I know it's a good thing I should mention. So the characters don't really stick on me. It's good. It's not bad. I think the core of the game, that what it is actually not that bad. It's also kind of easy, I should mention. And I feel like in order to progress, you have to do like kind of like Easter egg stuff, but like they don't feel as stupid and ridiculous as Black Ops 3 and 4. And I feel you kind of need a guide, just a wee bit. So, but I mean, I like putting in extra effort. I feel for how long COD is, it's just, I think it's okay. It's just the problem is Call of Duty has been so all over the place. I think World War II is kind of cucked. But with that being said, I think another one that should follow it is Infinite Warfare Zombies. I think Infinite Warfare Zombies is actually probably the closest return of form zombies we've had since Black Ops 1, not counting Cold War. My only thing is, like, I love the 80s aesthetic too, especially one of the maps, like the whole 80s aesthetic, really nice. Because I don't remember if they kind of had like the bubblegum thing, and I hate that from these two, but it didn't feel as over ridiculously dumb and stupid. Like, I like that it wasn't super convoluted dumb, and I like the setting. The map felt super tight. Like, the one thing about, I like big open maps, like a bit of both, right? But from when I played from Infinite Warfare, like, I don't know. And then the mini games, like, yeah, added layers of complexity, but it's like we all know how like our carnival games work. Like it's super nice, and it feels a bit more hoardy. World War II is kind of like whatever, and then the spawning stuff is I don't know, kind of I don't know. It's weird, right? But World War II, I feel it's a bit too easy. Infinite Warfare felt like it was the first COD zombies that was actually hard, honestly. And that's something that I do value in my COD zombies games, is some difficulty. But again, also none of the characters, like they're super generic and they fit the mold. They're just like perfect average. But again, nothing truly iconic like the original ones. I'm glad that I like characters. Something I forget about. Next one I'd have to say is Advanced Warfare. I'm gonna be honest. I think the core of that, like the game, like if we're talking like as a progression, I think Advanced Warfare is peak. I know that might be super controversial, but so I like things not being easier but less cheap. I don't like things being easier but less cheap. The fact you had jetpacks was something that alleviated one of my biggest complaints with zombies, is getting 3-hit and getting stuck in a corner, and that's something that I just love. I mean, obviously all these other ones do it, but they do it in such a bad way. Like these overpowered, convoluted BS. This one, no, just jetpack, pure unadulterated skill, and I love that. And I actually like the direction they went with, like, oh, okay, it's its own unique story, right? Like, so that's also nice. So it's separate from the main, you know, these are the main one lines. Unsurprisingly, they're the best ones. But like, again, the characters didn't really feel that strong. I wasn't that like attached to them or anything. And I did play a bit, and it also sucks that it wasn't part of the main campaign. It also sucks that they went backwards and only had split screen 2 players, not 4 split screen, which Black Ops 2 introduced. So that's weird. You know, Advanced Warfare felt like it took 2 steps forward and 2 steps back, right? Another thing that the fetch, some people like, I kind of like the whole quest thing, whatever. I feel like, and you know how it introduced it was great. You know, going from like story thing and then regular survival to zombie survival, super fucking sick. Like that was a great, like it did so many things right. And then even like, oh, there's an actual boss fight. I mean, Black Ops 2 kind of whatever, right? But Advanced Warfare did so many things. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of want a lot of the CODs to do what Advanced Warfare did, and even give the options of boots on the ground, right? Not always jetpack. I get that. Like, I think this was, I think Advanced Warfare went enough into the right direction, and if you go past Advanced Warfare, I think you're doing too much, honestly. And honestly, I'm gonna be real. Black Ops 2 kind of slightly felt in the direction, but I don't know. I feel like the map design was pretty okay too, obviously designed, but I don't know, just something about it. I will say maybe it's it's purely because of the characters that and maybe the story, like the actual story, not like the gameplay story. I meant like actual cinematics past the initial. I don't know. It just didn't hit as hard. Kind of same with these two, except I definitely have a softer spot for Advanced Warfare for sure, for sure. Another one I know people might actually give me shit on where I'll put. I'd have to put World at War. And I know I said the simplicity, whatever. And I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit. Don't get me. I played a fuck ton. It's like any horde game when it's first, like it's too simple. It's literally overly simple, right? Like, and yeah, obviously introducing with DLC made it, you know, a lot better. And it was a slow introduction. It's a great start. Like Call of Duty World at War is a great start for a zombies game. But my thing is like, well, if you're poor, you couldn't really have that shit, right? So again, that's just how I feel. Advanced Warfare just makes me really super omega happy. World at War is just, you know, like, dude, I only played 1 map, right? But it got the job done. Like, it was super solid. And then when you introduce the other map, you know, Call of Duty, I don't know, but it's super. Oh, the atmosphere. I think the atmosphere is the best, hands down. I want to say the atmosphere is the best. And the thing is, I feel the characters of, you know, the main cast, like in the beginning, I liked it. It was super annoying. Like, I liked it's probably one of the strongest when it comes to like not really having an established characters, right? Like kind of like these, let's ignore these exist. But like the first one's like, as far as you know, you're some random ass soldiers, right? Or maybe even Nikolai or whatever. But that'd go into. What I want to put also is, or if anything, maybe I could put these up there. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. We'll see how this put. And I obviously Call of Duty Black Ops. Call of Duty Black Ops. You know, we'll put that in great. Black Ops 2 obviously in great. Yeah, let's talk about Black Ops 2. So I really like Black Ops 2, and a lot of people are bent onto which one's better or whatever. Black Ops 2 was like the peak of like Call of Duty in general, right? And it's zombies. I actually like transit. I know that's a controversial. A lot of people hate transit, but I like that they did something new. I get it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it was a nice thing. And even those separate parts on their own were pretty okay, decent maps. The map design, obviously, for those individual parts was nowhere near as good as anything like, say, World at War or Black Ops. I absolutely agree. What saved Black Ops 2 was literally its DLC. 100%, right? And that's why I'd say I'd probably rank it lower than Black Ops, honestly. I'd rank it lower than Black Ops. And the thing is, we started seeing a sort of trend. Oh, so I think the characters are super weak. I think the characters are immaculately memorable, especially one of the dudes from, like, he's super obnoxious and annoying to hear. You know, I think he's Robin's voice actor. I hate how he talks, whatever, in that. Like, it's got awful. Like, I just want Nikolai, Dempsey, Yetta, whatever. You know, I think that was one thing that I really didn't like. But another thing I love about Black Ops 2 is the 4-player aspect. Oh, fucking amazing. Oh, and then they added more game modes. Like, it's so many things. It's again, see what I'm saying? It's so many things that are similar between these two that, if anything, I might kind of want to put them, You know what? Yeah. Advanced Warfare is just way too fucking good. I'll put it in great. Yeah, no, there's no way in hell I can't. I'm not saying that World at War is bad or anything. It's just how I feel. Like, these games make me fucking ecstatic. If they make me ecstatic, then, like I said, later in the future list, we'll actually fairly rank them. I play all the DLC and then actually look at it objectively. But for now, I'll just go with how I feel. And I kind of want to put this one around. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this one. But I don't know. Right here for now. But yeah. Yeah, Black Ops 2... You know, I kind of feel like I'm still in that mindset, like, oh, Black Ops 2 is technically better than 1. I think zombies-wise, no. Cold War, why do I put it way up here? Cold War feels like genuinely a spiritual successor to Black Ops. Not even Black Ops 2, Black Ops. When you like, literally your first map is a callback to World at War. Like, which is super fucking nice. It's like, we went back to the simplicity of this. It added some stuff from, like, here and then progressed past. Like, Black Ops 2, I feel like it took 2 steps. Like, it took steps in the right direction with game modes. A bit weird with its perks and its Easter eggs and its characters. But no, here it's like, it feels literally like, oh, Cold War, Black Ops, or World at War, Black Ops, Cold War. Like, that's literally how it feels. And then Black Ops feels like you know, Black Ops was the start of the convoluted bullshit that this is. Cold War is like a nice, like, there's a story. You got characters like Weaver from Black Ops, like, and then you basically, I remember how I said about Advanced Warfare, it does everything. This somehow went above that. Like, it doesn't have jetpacks. Like, I wish it had that. Like, that'd be the only thing that makes it perfect. But you literally can pick your own class. You know, so it's all the convoluted stuff is from the beginning. Oh, like the little special item crystals, like one's for, and they're easy. Oh, one's for healing, one's for damage. Like, oh, and it's established from the beginning where it's all at. And you know what I like is that you can upgrade your weapons from multiplayer. Or say you're coming from multiplayer, right? Your starting weapon is whatever you want. And you're like, okay, you start with an LMG. This is kind of OP. So you get to already like be OP here. You start off with garbage. Okay, whatever. It's a nice start. Cold War's already like, you already know what's up. Here, we're going to drop you with a gun, that whatever you want. And you're like, okay, so how do we really innovate? You still buy stuff off the walls. And then you realize early on, there's a leveling system of like rarities. And the thing is, the game itself slowly establishes this to you. Like, even if you haven't like, I feel if you hop into Cold War, you can adjust. Unlike these two, hell no. This one, okay, me. This one, not so much. Definitely not so much. This one, also not so much. Black Ops 2, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, Black Ops 2, it feels like if you've never played zombies before. Actually, you know what? No, actually, if you played zombies before, I don't think Black Ops 2 might, unless it was like the maps individually. No, transit would be too complicated for you. Advanced Warfare, if anything, maybe I put Advanced Warfare over Black Ops 2, if honestly. I don't know. You know, who knows? Again, maybe fuck it. You know what? I've been having more fun. Just because of that alone, the fact that I feel you can hop into Advanced Warfare Zombies better than Black Ops 2 as a nooblet, you have to put it above them. But yeah, anyways, so it introduces these features, like, you know, so this is super basic, the perfect in between for Black Ops, and then Cold War's like, oh, it's start, and then Black Ops 2 and even Advanced Warfare, like, yeah, this is perfect. I feel like it's a good trifecta. Like, it's too simple. But yeah, anyway, so you come in with an LMG, at past a couple rounds, it starts being weak. So you go buy a gun off the wall, which is stronger. And then, of course, that's the whole point. Now it's not only... See, it advances the mystery box. It's not only just about getting your weapon. It's about getting your weapon and hoping that it's the right level. Then, oh, if it's not, you can go, instead of, you know how back in the strat, like, maybe you get the M16 because it's the best gun, right? That's something in Black Ops 1. Oh, you just buy it off the wall, pack a punch it, and then you just always buy ammo for it so you don't get screwed. Well, Cold War one-ups that. Not only can you get the gun you want, let's say either the start you get it in the wall, or in the thing, you can also level it up, which is freaking crazy. And then they kept still the same old pack a punch stuff. I remember, I think if I recall, Black Ops 2 did. Cold War does go a bit more buck wild, especially with the heal. Like, it definitely feels like more of a power and easier, maybe a little bit. Like, I don't know, it's like a nice sweet spot. Like a nice sweet spot. It doesn't feel as hard as this one, and Advanced Warfare gets a bit buck hard at the end. Black Ops 2, I'm not entirely sure. But the only reason I'm docking points, honestly, is due to the fact that the split screen just straight up doesn't work offline. And like I said, in some of the later game, it seems like it gets a bit easy, right? Just a little bit, but it does. And also, speaking of map designs, like I said, World of War Classic, right? Black Ops 2, you know, mixed bag. Also kind of mixed. Like I said, I know people hate the Burger Town one, and I understand why, right? But also has one of the best fucking maps of all time, where you're like at a sea place. That shit's sick. Cold War doesn't have a single bad map in my opinion, but it also doesn't really have any iconic. You know, there's like no real iconic maps. And you know, see, with that, you'd think we'd put World at War, but again, purely because it's just a bit too simple. I mean, I know it's super whack, but like, look, seriously, like, play any horde game, like Gears 1, or the Gears 1 didn't have a horde game, right? Gears 2, like, oh yeah, it's super nice, but like super fucking basic, right? Like, it's like almost like, why do I even do it, right? I mean, whatever. And then you go to Gears 3, you're like, holy shit, it's so much fucking better. And yeah, that's the only reason Cold War. If it wasn't for that, I'd put World at War right, like, right fucking here. I feel objectively it's here, but we're going off of how I feel, right? And yeah, Black Ops 1, that's it. I mean, it has so many good maps. They're all fucking iconic. You literally unlock 5 and you get into it from the campaign. Like, it had some of the best Easter eggs in all of Call of Duty. The most memorable cast, greatest lines. It's the best of World at War. It really is. It's simplicity at its finest, and it didn't push the envelope too much. Also, its DLC maps are fucking amazing. I mean, it was the start of what Black Ops 2 was with the moon map, which was a bit ridiculous, but like, because it already established all the stuff, going from here to there wasn't too bad, though. Honestly, I feel like they should have gone like from like Cold War. Then maybe Cold War would have had a moon DLC map. Then you go to Black Ops 2. I think that would have been a much better progression, in my opinion. But hey, what can you do? You know, and that's from like a story. I like the subtlety. Like I said, that one dude explained everything, but I think this video's gone on long enough for what it has. So hopefully I have my wise cut auto cut it. But yeah, those are my thoughts.